Hey everybody, so I'm Daniel Giesland, and we're going to talk briefly about the controls in an aircraft. Now, some of them are pretty obvious, like your basic stick and rudder kind of stuff, but we'll just kind of briefly go over things and kind of what they do, okay? So the first thing you're going to see down here in the middle, and this is something that you'll control either through your gamepad, mouse, or joystick, hopefully joystick, is the control stick here in another aircraft. It looks like it looks more like a steering wheel. It is not a steering wheel, don't ever call it that. It's called a yoke. But the short version is you do it side to side, and that's going to bank the aircraft to the right or to the left. Push down, push forward, go down. Pull back, go up. You know, trees get smaller, trees get bigger, that sort of thing. You also have down here in the bottom your rudder pedals, which help with coordination, and there's a lot more that goes into exactly how that works, but basically you need some of that while you're turning. You need some of that to counteract kind of the way the engine pulls on the aircraft, and not quite evenly. You also use that heavily when you're on the ground to steer. So when you're on the ground, this will do nothing for turning the aircraft while you're taxiing around. This will do everything, doing your rudders. All right, so then you got your throttle, which is actually here, that right now, because I've got it at 0. That's, you know, go fast mobile, go slow mobile, you know, basically. This is your throttle, or sorry, your propeller control. That's governs how many RPMs your engine and your propeller will be turning over. If you're just new to the simulator, don't mess with it. It's not going to cause you a lot of trouble. If you start really getting fussy about if you don't like the way that kind of sits there and flashes red at you saying, hey, your prop is too high, just pull it back a little bit, just a little bit, nothing too big. This is your mixture control. Because aircraft engines are not automatically governed for fuel mixture by oxygen sensors, you do it manually. Yes, that's 1950s tech. That's what we're still using. Congratulations, welcome to the Stone Age. Anyway, so those are the basic controls. If you're new, set the control schemes on a little bit easier so you don't have to mess with the mixture control, and that'll help you. The other things you're going to have is parking brake, which I actually am not really familiar with where exactly in the flight deck that's going to be on the X-Cub, but make sure you have brakes and parking brake mapped to a button. There should be already default. Know what that is so that you can look it up and work with it when you're on the ground, because that'll be pretty key for getting stopped, obviously. On your instrument panel, you're going to see here, this is your airspeed, this is your altitude, this is your heading, the magenta line if you have a route programmed in, that will show you your navigation, and this is going to give you a basic heads up of what's going on out there. And here's your map. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with the with this avionics. We're not getting into that today. That's more advanced. Binka lights, you know, a few other avionics switches, but for getting started, you don't need to mess with those. So those basic controls will get you going, get you started on how to fly. You could have learned all of that through doing the tutorials, but I just saved you about an hour and a half burning through all of those. So now you can go and goof off and do crazy stuff like run into things, because that's fun in a flight simulator, right? All right, have a good one.